Quick shorts.
This is how you set a world record on this punching bag game.
By blocking the beam sensor instead of hitting the bag.
Is firing into the air dangerous?
It's relatively safe.
Did you know that without this one ring, 2 trains could crash head-on?
Single-track railroads only had 1 metal ring per section, and only the train holding the ring was allowed to enter.
Why do Japanese workers drop marbles on a bathroom floor?
To test if they roll towards the drain to ensure proper drainage.
This ball was designed to be thrown directly into a fire.
It bursts on contact, extinguishing any fire it's thrown into.
This strange exercise helps nurses become more accurate with needles.
They repeatedly aim for tiny targets, so that they can sharpen their accuracy and hand-eye coordination.
Why do workers spend so much time cleaning this soft rubber pad?
A single speck of dust on the silicone printing pad becomes part of every print, so workers clean it before every single use.
This coupler might look loose, but it actually holds train cars really tight.
The J&E coupler has a small gap left intentionally, so the train cars can move without derailing.
If you accidentally step on a landmine, do not lift your foot or start running in panic.
Carefully place a heavy object on top of it, then slowly remove your foot, and immediately start running as fast as you can.
Could your hair hold the weight of a whale?
Yes, if you braided all of your hair into a rope, it could support up to 15 tons.
Why do nurses fly out of the room the second this light comes on?
The blue light is UVC radiation. It directly targets DNA and RNA, killing any bacteria or virus in the room.
A cigarette after battle would actually save soldiers' lives.
Generals would set out 1 cigarette per soldier before battle. The cigarettes left over told them exactly how many soldiers didn't come back.
Why is this guy spraying Coca-Cola all over his kitchen?
Because the mild acids break down grime better than most cleaning products ever could.
If you think a giant trampoline could save you after jumping from a plane, think again.
At that speed, the trampoline would feel like concrete. The fabric would break apart and you would go straight through it. This elephant is being attacked by poachers. Poachers target elephants because of their valuable ivory tusks, that they can then sell through black markets to the highest bidder. The ivory is then used for highly sought after products, but at the cost of endangering the African elephant species. Subscribe to help spread the word.
There's a car part that's sometimes more valuable than gold, but it's in almost every vehicle.
Catalytic converters contain valuable rare metals that thieves target.
Why do excavators need to replace their teeth regularly?
Because they go dull and the machine begins struggling to dig.
Why does an impact wrench move in such a weird way?
Each hit creates tiny vibrations that break up rust and dirt, instead of just forcing in the bolt.
Why are these guys shaving down these tires?
Because they're repurposing the base of the tire to add new tread.
Why does your toilet have 2 flush buttons?
1 for liquid waste and 1 for solid waste.
This is why you should always light a fire before entering a cave.
Carbon dioxide is heavier than oxygen, so it sinks to the bottom. And if there's not enough oxygen to keep the flame alive, then there's not enough to keep you alive.
Have you ever wondered how to open your eyes underwater without goggles, without hurting them?
Cup your hands tightly over your eyes before going underwater. This creates an air pocket that keeps water away from your eyes.
When you see someone cut through 8 tatami mats in 1 strike, you'd think they're incredibly strong.
But here's the twist. Most people who fail to cut through the mats are actually trying way harder.
Ever wondered why track bikes are so hard to ride?
Because the gear ratio is so high, it takes explosive leg power just to get it moving.
Did you know Canada has a unique method of clearing snow?
It blows snow directly into dump trucks and hauls it to a designated snow dump, where it melts into the stormwater systems.
If you can't fly a plane blind, you cannot become a pilot.
Pilots train with their view completely blocked, forcing them to fly on instruments. Only because clouds, smoke, and darkness can make your eyes useless in seconds.
Have you ever wondered how strong human bones really are?
They're strong enough to support the weight of 5 cars.
This is why old lighters are better than modern ones.
Vintage lighters are built entirely from replaceable mechanical parts, and designed to last decades instead of being thrown away.
Why do workers drag a broom across freshly poured concrete?
Smooth concrete becomes dangerously slippery when it becomes wet, so grooves are added for better traction. Quick shorts.
Have you ever wondered why ants do not cross a line if you draw from your pen?
Ants navigate using pheromone trails. Draw a line with a pen and they lose their trail completely.
Did you know you could actually ship a potato through the mail?
The Postal Service counts the skin as packaging, as long as it's addressed and stamped.
Ever wondered why RC car tires look like they're covered in glue just before a drag race?
They get coated in a sticky traction compound to replicate real drag strips.
Have you ever wondered what happens if you get stuck inside a water slide?
Keep your body straight, let the water carry you, and wiggle gently to get it flowing underneath you.
Ever wonder what would happen if you drilled a straight tunnel through Earth and jumped in?
Gravity would pull you to the center and then slow you down on the other side, so you'd swing back and forth forever.
Ever wondered why some wine bottles are dipped in wax?
To protect the cork from air and moisture.
If a whale accidentally scooped you up, would you get swallowed?
No, their throats are too small, so if you ended up in one's mouth, it would just spit you back out.
Most people don't know that animals experience time differently than us.
Flies process rapid visual changes 4 times faster than humans can.
Ever wake up with crusty eyes and wonder if something's actually wrong?
The oil, dust, mucus, and dead skin that are collected during the day dry up in the corner of your eyes while you sleep, creating crust.
If you ever crack open a coconut and find thick jelly inside, don't throw it away thinking it's spoiled.
It's called macapuno. It's a rare natural mutation where the flesh never hardens, and it's considered a delicacy.
Popping these tree pimples saved thousands thousands of soldiers' lives.
When popped, soldiers use the sap as a natural bandage that hardens into a protective layer.
Why wouldn't shooting a bullet with another bullet make it fire like a normal gunshot?
Because without a firearm providing timing, direction, and a barrel, the reaction is completely unpredictable.
If a bee suddenly stings you, don't panic.
Remove the stinger without squeezing it, then clean the area with soap and water.
Why are these people purposely setting their cactus on fire?
To remove dust and debris trapped in the fuzzy hairs. It's just the easiest way to clean them.
Why did they attach cages to pistols in World War I?
To catch bullet casings mid-flight because they could fly into the rear propeller and destroy their own plane.
Have you ever wondered if human body could stop a bullet?
Well, hypothetically, yes. To stop a 9mm bullet with muscle alone, your chest would need to have 10 inches of dense muscle, which is far beyond what any human could have.
How do you escape a sinking submarine?
If a submarine sinks too deep for the escape suit, the only option is a deep submergence rescue vehicle, and rescuers have to find the sub and attach the hatch before everyone drowns.
Why do some rosebuds have a net wrapped around them?
Because it helps them keep their shape as they bloom.
Where did the turtle go if its shell is still lying here?
It's dead. Turtles can't leave their shell behind.
Why are vets making horses breathe with a plastic bag covering their muzzle?
So it rebreathes its own exhaled air, raising CO2 levels and forcing deeper breaths so doctors can hear abnormal sounds in their lungs.
Did you know there's a flight that lasts less than a minute?
The world's shortest scheduled flight is 53 seconds between two Scottish islands.
Do you know what actually happens during a heart attack?
A blocked artery starts cutting off oxygen-rich blood until the heart muscle dies.
If you sink your teeth into a block of ice and get them really cold, and then you take a sip of hot coffee, could your teeth crack from the heat?
Healthy teeth can handle extreme temperature changes, but if they already have hidden cracks, hot coffee after cold ice can split them right open.
What happens if you pop a bubble on a car tire like this?
It explodes and it can take your hand with it.
What happens if you put a 1000 degrees Celsius metal ball on an iPhone 17?
It will just melt right through it.
Why doesn't snow melt when you burn it and instead turn black?
It skips the liquid state entirely, going straight from solid to water vapor, and the black marks are just soot from the torch.
Why do workers have only a few seconds to shape a car floor mat?
Because the plastic has to be molded while being extremely hot.
Ever wondered why F1 drivers almost never look in their mirrors on the straights?
Because at 300 kilometers an hour, the situation behind them changes before they can even react.
Did you know that Victor Wembanyama is actually lying about his height?
Wemby is measured at 7'4", but he's only measured once a year. And because he's only 22 and still growing, he outgrew his listed height.
This bird outsmarted 100 Japanese engineers in seconds.
They noticed a bird diving into the water without making any noise. They then used this knowledge and redesigned the entire front of the bullet train to match the beak of the bird.
This US ship was near immortal.
The USS Buchanan took 3 Hellfire missiles, 3 Harpoon missiles, a 2-ton laser-guided bomb, and a torpedo, and it was still floating.
When this worker went under a customer's home, he expected the usual dirty crawl space, but to his surprise, this one looked completely finished.
The crawl space is sealed with foam insulation and a dehumidifier, which keeps the whole house dry and noticeably healthier.
This is one of the most troublesome loads for truck drivers to transport.
Asphalt at room temperature is hard as concrete, but once it's heated, it works like a super thick glue.
Mercedes dominated F1 for years with a secret weapon so powerful, they literally called it the party mode.
It gave a massive power boost, but damaged the engine 5 times faster. But Red Bull convinced the FIA to ban it in 2020.
Why do people set their chicken farm on fire?
Because it destroys bacteria and parasites that could be hiding in the floors and walls that could wipe out the chickens.